That very well. We'll see shortly.
Of course, the Patriots can throw up a very versatile offense, too, as Taylor Quarles has added a tremendous extra dimension to the Patriot offense this year, which has in the past been often criticized by its lack of passing, having been too dependent upon the running game. But Taylor Quarles, an outstanding senior year this year, having thrown 16 touchdown passes, and correction, that's 18 touchdown passes, and I think that broke a record in the IMAC this year. Didn't throw all that much, but really went to the end zone on a number of occasions, having fine receivers like Todd Collins, Jesse Day, Tracy Ivey, and the sensational sophomore Jason Ensley. The Patriots have won the toss, and they have elected to receive, and the kickoff will be handled by Mark Plaster. And deep for the Patriots, Kenny Madison. And as you face your radio, the Patriots will be receiving and moving to your right, from south to north. Mark Plaster, who handles all the kicking, the punting and the PAT, kickoff, the whole works for the Chiefs, will be handling the kickoff now as the crowd awaits. And he hits it. He hits it long, fairly deep. It's going to be taken at the 8-yard line by Madison, out across the 10, 15, and he gets out across the 25 to the 26-yard line, where he's brought down by Chris Gerals and Robin Nolan. Put it down at the 27-yard line. Call it 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Play just getting underway in this AAA quarterfinal championship game. Taylor Quarles brings them up. Darren Cunningham and Madison behind him. The give is to Cunningham. He breaks out of one trap, gets up to the 30. Short running room there, though, before he's being nailed by the right side of the defensive front, led by Mark Lockmiller. Put it down right on the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 3 yards. Call it 2nd and 7 for the Patriots at that point.
Appeared for a split second that Madison would have some running room, but Lockmiller, one of the top athletes on this team, closed the hole quickly for McMinn County.
Quarles brings them up again out of that split back look. Pitch to Madison. Madison trying to get outside, breaks one tackle, but he's going to be thrown down after getting only a yard to the 31. Shazan Bradley, who they say from his linebacking post can go from sideline to sideline and make the tackles, demonstrated that then as he came all the way over to the near sideline to catch the speedy Kenny Madison after only a 1-yard gain.
Left defensive end Tracy Russell made a nice play for McMinn County as well, getting into the backfield, forcing Kenny Madison to try to turn it upfield a little early. That's when Shazan Bradley came in to make the stop.
3rd and closer to 7 for the Patriots. Rolling out to the left is Quarles. He pitches back to Bobby Morgan, who throws a pass, and it's intercepted down at the 35-yard line by McMinn County. And that play was a new one in the arsenal, and it fooled me. I didn't even catch Bobby Morgan coming in there, and he threw what looked to be a beautiful pass, but a great defensive play made by Lynn Bradley as he picks up the interception at the 30-yard line and returns it all the way back to the McMinn County 48-yard line. So a turnover very early in this game gives the Chiefs good field possession. Ball at their own 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback Greg Mull out of the wing tee. Takes, goes back, rolls out, looking to pass on the first play. Shoots it out there, and it's batted down by Todd Collins at midfield.
Little curl pattern by his tight end, and Lockmiller and Mull threw downfield. Todd Collins, though, would drop back into the coverage, had his zone covered well. That's where they wanted to throw the pass, but big Todd Collins got his hand on the football and knocked it down.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 9:56 remaining in the first period. No score. 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs at their own 48-yard line. They shift with the wing to the right side. The give is to Bradley, correction, Nolan, and Nolan gets good running room out across the right side into Patriot territory down around the 45-yard line. Put it down just short of the 45.
We'll bring up a 3rd and 3.
Make it about 3rd and 3 for the Chiefs at that point. Again, the wingman shifting to the right. The give again to Robin Nolan, and there is nothing across the right side of the line this time. May have got a yard.
Number 34, Robin Nolan.
Give him a yard to the 44.
David Satterfield coming in to make a fine hit along with a couple of other Patriots as well. Todd Collins had his nose in there. The Patriots shut that play off quickly. That's what you have to do against this wing T. Get it closed off before the play can really develop.
So this game starting very similar to the Oak Ridge game last week with a Patriot turnover very early. Plaster gets a high snap, brings it down, and gets a high floater off. It's going to be bouncing out of bounds down around the 20-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Mark it at the 18. So the interception cost the Patriots some field position. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 18 with 8:38 remaining in the first period. No score. Wayne Anthony trying a little trickery early in the game with a pitch to Bobby Morgan, who attempted a long pass which was picked off. Quarles brings him up. The give straight ahead to Cunningham. Breaks through, gets running room out across the 25, 30, up to the 35-yard line. And there's a flag on the play. I believe maybe a late lick.
Possibly Darren Cunningham was tripped up. Somebody seemed to stick a helmet in there just a little bit late. We'll see what the call is. Possibly 15 added on to this nice run by Darren Cunningham, and that indeed is the call.
The gain was to the 36 by the Dandy senior running back, and the late lick will cost them 15 more, and it gets the ball down into McMinn County territory at their 49-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the Chief 49. Taylor Quarles has Jason Inslee split wide to the right. Maybe calling an audible up there. Taking some time. The give straight ahead to Madison. Fumbles the football. And let's see, I believe McMinn County has it. No. No, it was recovered there.
Kenny lost the football. It popped loose as he made it into the clear, and Kenny Madison had it bounce right back to him, fell on it, and the Patriots maintained possession.
Jefferson. Patriots a little shaky here early going. Gain is to the 42. Call it 2nd and 3 for the Patriots at that point. Taylor Quarles, Kenny Madison, Darren Cunningham. And again, we've got trouble with the exchange, but it's recovered by a Patriot down around the 39-yard line, very alertly. Mike Smith, I believe.
It was indeed Mike Smith. The ball just popped loose once again. It was bouncing around in the open field for a second, but the Patriots had the man closest to the ball. And Mike Smith had the awareness to fall on it and grab on tight.
Actually, a couple of 3 yards gained on that play, so it's 3rd and 1 for the Patriots. Ball just inside the Cherokee 40-yard line. Quarles brings him up. Quarles takes the give straight ahead. Here goes Cunningham, 30, 25, inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. Darren Cunningham, brought down by Mike Brown.
Cunningham made a nice run off the right side. The Patriots, with a little bit of trap blocking, it appeared, made a nice hole, and Cunningham was off to the races. He was run down, but not before a nice gain.
1st and 10 Patriots, ball at the Cherokee 22-yard line, 6:43 remaining in the first period. No score, as Taylor Quarles, again, this time with John David Hollins, split wide to the right. Again, the give to Cunningham, and Cunningham, short yardage this time off the left side. May have gotten inside the 20, but not by much.
Picked up by Chris McMillan, one of the safety men in the defensive backfield came up to make the stop for McMinn County. But the Patriots pretty much running on this drive off the tackles, and they've been getting some nice holes.
Scott Henson in with the play, replacing John David Holland. He's split wide to the right. Jesse Day wide to the left. The give, and it's kept after, again, a mix-up on the exchange between Cunningham and Quarles had to eat it for about a yard loss back on the other side of the 20.
Shazan Bradley, Mark Lockmiller, two of the fine athletes that McMinn County sends out onto the field, the two men who came in to make the first and hardest hits.
Jason Inslee into the game, replacing Jesse Day. Henson split wide to the left, Inslee to the right. Back still, Kenny Madison and Darren Cunningham. Quarles takes, back to throw. He's looking deep for Inslee in the end zone. He had it and dropped it. And there's a flag. Interference, I believe, is going to be called against the McMinn County back who was beaten badly.
Chiefy King, the man back on defense. Jason Ensley did a little bit of a corner pattern where he turned inside, then moved back outside. Taylor Quarles had the ball up in the air. Ensley had moved out in front of his man by a few steps. The ball was hanging in the air just long enough for Chiefy King to catch up again, but he had to really run all over Jason Ensley in order to break up the play. That's just what he did.
Well, Taylor lofted that one maybe just a hair too much. Left it hanging up there with a little bit too much hang time. But the penalty moves it down to the 10-yard line and gives the Patriots a first down, so it'll be first and goal from that point. From the 10. The give is to Cunningham. Cunningham to the 6-yard line.
Mike Brown came up from his defensive back position to make the tackle, but once again, Patriots just running off tackle. That superior size that Jefferson County sends on the field is allowing the Patriots to march right down the field on this drive, which started back at their own 18-yard line and now has the ball on the McMinn County 6.
They don't have their two tight ends in there this time, so they've got people split out to either side. And Quarles gives to Cunningham. He bulls his way down to around the 1-yard line. Good, hard, straight ahead running by Darren Cunningham. Brought down by Chris McMillan.
The McMinn County Cherokees are having to make too many tackles in the defensive backfield on these off-tackle running plays by Jefferson County. You do not want your defensive backs to be the men who have to come up and make the stops, and that's exactly what's happening.
Patriots threatening with 4:15 remaining in the first period. There's been no score, and the Chiefs want to talk about it. Timeout on the field. We'll be back after this.
I mean, nobody else. That's all we had to do.
Back in Dumpling Valley, this is Bill Powell along with Steve Cotton here to bring you all the action in this big quarterfinal playoff game between McMinn County and the Patriots. And the Patriots ready to put it into play now. Paul Helton is in at that other tight end position, so we're running from the double tight end look this time. Backs are still Madison and Cunningham. 3rd and goal at the 1. The give is to Cunningham, straight ahead, touchdown, Patriots.
Well, that's appropriate that that's the play to put the Patriots into the end zone. They have been running off right tackle, a couple of runs off left tackle, right down the field. 82-yard drive capped off by Darren Cunningham's touchdown run, the man who has found a knack for getting into the end zone all season, but especially the last couple of weeks.
Anthony Dawkins in to attempt the point after. Dougal Spivey will be snapping and John David Holland holding.
Is that what he said?
Dawkins indicates he's ready. There's a snap. The kick by Dawkins is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. Patriots lead it 7-0.
Number 46.
Over 100.
Number 34, Robin Nolan.
Back at Patriot Stadium, where Darren Cunningham's, by scoring that touchdown, just went over 100 points for the year. He had 96 prior to tonight's game. Bobby Morgan will be kicking off for the Patriots, and standing deep for the Chiefs will be Robin Nolan, standing back at his 6-yard line. And Morgan approaches it and hits a spinner, and it's going to be taken by a nutback at the 20. That's Bradley, and Bradley is decked as he gets across the 30. May have got out to the 31-yard line. Chris Orr in on that stop along with Scott Henson, and two pretty small men, but they took on Shazon Bradley, 232-pounder, with pretty good authority. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs, ball at their own 30-yard line. 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. They trail the Patriots 7-0. Greg Mull, the wing T quarterback, takes, and the give is to Bradley, the big fullback, and he plows ahead 5 yards out to the 35, taking people with him.
Jesse Day had to come up and help on the tackle, but also in on the stop for the Patriots, Paul Helton from his defensive end position.
Pickup of 5 yards, and that's what we've been led to expect by the powerful Shazon Bradley, 6'2½", 232, outstanding prospect at both fullback and linebacker. 2nd and 5 from the 35. The give is to the wingback, and he gets a couple of yards as he gets out across the 35 to the 37-yard line, brought down by that man, Darren Cunningham and David Satterfield.
Darren Cunningham has become very aggressive the past couple of weeks on defense. He has made it up onto the line of scrimmage. He is reading the offensive plays extremely well, coming in, sticking his nose in there, and making the tackles.
We have a 3rd and 4 situation now for the Chiefs at their own 37. Greg Mull comes, fakes, rolls out, looking to throw, has some pressure, and it's batted, and it may have been intercepted. Let's see. Yes, it was. Intercepted on a deflection. I believe Todd Collins got it.
You got it, Darren.
Andre Batch with a bat, with a deflection. Andre Batch with a bat. And Todd Collins with the interception gives the Patriots the football at the McMinn County 35-yard line.
The Jefferson County defensive backfield gets an assist on that play. They had the receivers covered well. That forced the quarterback to panic just a little bit. He tried to get rid of the ball and had pressure on him by that time by Andre Batts.
Quarles brings him back. He got Jason Inslee split wide to the right, and there's some jumping out there. And let's see what the problem is. May have been a motion penalty against the Patriots. Steve, don't you think maybe 5'9", 145-pound Greg Mull may be having a little problem throwing over that big, rangy Patriot defense? And not only does, Todd Collins with a 40-inch vertical leap, and Andre Batts, a fine athlete himself, that causes problems.
That's going to be something that McMinn County is going to have to find some ways to deal with throughout this football game.
1st and 15 now after the penalty on a delayed give. It's Kenny Madison, and he gets short yardage inside the 40 to around the 37-yard line.
Shazon Bradley, one of the men who came up to make the stop. A couple of Cherokee defenders had their nose in on the play.
Put it down at the 37, and call it 2nd and 12 for the Patriots. Jesse Day split wide to the right, Scott Henson to the left. Taylor Quarles takes on spins and keeps, and he's got some running room, gets inside the 30, down to the close to the 26-yard line. Mike Brown makes the stop there, but Taylor Quarles doing a good job of reading the veer, keeps it himself, tucks it in for good yardage.
Todd Collins with a nice block on the defensive end pushed him toward the sideline. That allowed Taylor Quarles to turn it upfield. He had a nice hole and picked up a nice gain.
3rd and about 2 for the Patriots at the McMinn County 27-yard line. Quarles brings him up, gives, keeps himself. Here he goes, running room. He's got the first down, and he's nailed as he gets inside the 20 to around the 18-yard line, as again he faked knee and the McMinn County defense and picked up good yardage for the first down. You say it.
Kadia Henry, the man who finally forced him out of bounds.
Kadia Henry comes up to make the stop on Taylor Quarles, but not before Quarles comes up with first down yardage. 1st and 10 Patriots. Ball at the 19-yard line in McMinn County territory. Quarles takes. The give is straight ahead to Darren Cunningham, and he didn't get anything, maybe a half a yard. There just wasn't anything there on the right side of the Chief line that time.
Shazan Bradley, one of the men who, again, is in on the play, along with Randy Phillips for the McMinn County Cherokees. But you can see that McMinn County is trying to bunch up in the middle now. The Patriots, on the previous drive, were able to run off tackle and just blow them away up the middle. They are really bunching inside, and Jefferson County may have some room to work on the sideline. Some sweeps and some option plays may be effective.
2nd and 9 at the 18. Quarles pitches to Cunningham. 15 inside the 15 to the 13, maybe the 14-yard line, closer to the 13. Chris McMillan on the stop, and so far they have limited Kenny Madison pretty well. That's the end of the first period. Patriots lead it over McMinn County 7-0. We'll be back after this. Back at Patriots Stadium, where Bill Powell and Steve Cotton are on hand to describe the action of tonight's AAA quarterfinal match between the Chiefs of Cherokee County. That's not right. McMinn County.
Cherokees County sounds like a nice place to live, though.
I believe Cherokee County's in Georgia.
Wouldn't be surprised.
We've got Jesse Day split wide to the left and John David Holland wide to the right. Madison and Cunningham, the backs, are split behind Taylor Quarles. The fake is to Cunningham. The keep is by Quarles, and he has nowhere to go. He loses a yard or two.
Yeah, the entire defensive front for McMinn County managed to make it into the backfield before Taylor Quarles was able to find anything developing in the offensive play selection, and Quarles had nowhere to go. He went down quickly.
Again, Shazan Bradley making his presence known. Around that ball on every play. Anthony Dawkins in to attempt a field goal. And Patriots haven't had a field goal this year. It'll be from the, put it down at the 22, so it'll be a 32-yard effort. Good snap. The kick is up. It's far enough that it's going to be wide. No, it's good! Anthony Dawkins hits it, and it's good, and the Patriots take a 10-0 lead. We'll be back for the kickoff after this.
That's great. That's great. I watched the practice with that. Yeah. Big old Greg said, I mean, he wanted
Bobby Morgan will be kicking off again for the Patriots after Anthony Dawkins hit a 32-yard field goal, his first of the year, to give the Patriots a 10-0 lead over the Chiefs of McMinn County. Bobby Morgan, the do-it-all junior, linebacker, running back, kickoff man. Hits this one again. He doesn't hit it too good, and it's going to be taken at the 15-yard line by Nolan, and Nolan bounces off of one tackle, drags another one with him across the 25 to the 27-yard line, where the Chiefs will take over 1st and 10. With 11:07 remaining to be played in the second quarter, they trail the Patriots 10-0.
Chris Orr, the man who got down there, broke up the McMinn County wedge and was able to make the tackle for the Patriots.
Quarterback Greg Mull in the wing T offense. Fullback Shazan Bradley, tailback Robin Nolan. And the give is to Nolan. Nolan breaks tackles out across the 30 to around the 33-yard line before finally being brought down out there by Johnny Williams and John David Holland.
Nolan made it through a couple of would-be Patriot tacklers who appeared as though they might be able to wrap him up pretty quickly and stop the play with no gain or only a yard or two gain, but he fought his way through and turned it into a nice pickup.
5-yard pickup, make it 2nd and 5 at the 33, and it may be a short 5. Some movement out there, and a flag on the play as Bradley takes, and he's nailed as he gets to the 35 by David Satterfield and Dougal Spivey.
Now that's the sort of play that McMinn County should have quite a bit of trouble with the Patriots, is the straight ahead play with not much play action, motion, anything like that. They were stopped up right away, but the Patriots were caught offside. That's what the flag was for.
Patriots called for the offsides, and the 5-yard step off will give McMinn County a 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. 10 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the second period. Patriots lead it 10-0. Greg Mull brings them up in that wing tee. It's given the Patriots trouble at the hands of McMinn County so many times. Correction, Ray County. The give is to the big fullback, Bradley. Bradley goes off the left side across the 40 to around the 42-yard line. Brought down there by Tracy Ivey. Coming up from his strong safety position. Put it down at the 42. And call it 2nd and 7 for the Chiefs at that point. Ball takes, ball pitches, then on a give to the wingback. He's looking to throw, but he's going to be pressured, and he's going to be thrown for a loss back at the 30-yard line by Andre Betts.
Andre Batts stayed home at his defensive end position, and Andre was not fooled by the reverse. That takes quite a bit of discipline for the defensive end to stay home when they are running a sweep the other way. But Andre did exactly that, and when they had the reverse come back his way, he was there to break up the play.
Chris Gerals, who is listed as a running back and quarterback, was lined up at a wide receiver, and he took the give and was trying to find somebody to throw to, and took the big loss. Ball back, then on a Utah pass to Nolan. Nolan's thrown down by Todd Collins and David Satterfield with much authority as he gets out to the 33-yard line.
Well, as we've talked about all night, the Patriots with a straight-ahead 5-2 defense, a linebacker stayed home, and the last couple of plays have shown just how Jefferson County can play with that straight-on defense. They've done the job well.
4th and 18. Ball at the Chief 33-yard line as Mark Plaster, standing back at his own 19, ready to handle the punting chore for the Chiefs. Snap, no pressure, gets off a good kick, spiral, backing Kitty Madison up, takes it at the 28, 30, 35, up to the 40, fumbles the football, and he goes out of bounds. Kenny Madison having trouble holding that football tonight. He was hit there by Kadia Henry, but the leg, quite frankly, didn't look that vicious. But the fumble, fortunately for the Patriots, goes out of bounds, so the Patriots will have a 1st down at their own 44-yard line with 7:46 remaining in the second quarter.
Bill, we know how football is a game of funny bounces. The Patriots have fumbled 3 times, and each time it has ended up giving the team a yard or 2.
Well, a combination of cold weather and cold hands and hard licks being delivered. Quarles takes, gives straight ahead to Cunningham. Cunningham out to around the 48, maybe the 49-yard line. Stopped there by Mark Lockmiller.
But again, straight ahead, the Patriots pick up a 4 to 5 yard gain. Once again, they've been doing that time after time. And Jefferson County's superior size and strength is showing itself.
Put it down at the 49 and call it 2nd and 6 for the Patriots in their own territory. Taylor Quarles takes, back to throw. He's looking for Scott Henson. The ball is going to be intercepted as that one slipped, and it was picked off by Mike Brown down at the 28-yard line in the Chiefs' territory. That ball just didn't come out right.
Jesse Day was the intended receiver. He was going on a fly pattern down the left sideline. Jay had a step on his defensive back, but Taylor Quarles just didn't get the ball out there. He let it just slipped out of his hands as he was trying to throw. Only the 5th interception of the year for Taylor Quarles, but it gives McMinn County the football.
Second interception of the night against the Patriots. So we got a 1st and 10 situation for McMinn County. Ball at their own 28-yard line. Ball takes, looked to me like they moved a little quick, but the give there is to Nolan, and Nolan out across the 30 to the 34-yard line, where he's brought down by David Satterfield.
They actually did a quick little inside double handoff. The quarterback let the ball go, then another handoff from the wing back into the running back, and Jefferson County stayed home again pretty well. David Satterfield was able to make the tackle before things got out of hand.
Got a big 7-yard pickup, make it 2nd and 3 for McMinn County at their own 35-yard line. 6:10 remaining in the 2nd period. Mull gives to Nolan. Nolan breaking tackles and is finally going to be brought down as he gets all the way up to the 48-yard line. Finally, John David Holland and Andre Batts made the stop, but he kept spinning out of the grasp of the Patriots and picked up good yardage, good enough for the 1st down.
You know, so Patriot defenders are just shaking their heads. There was no way that play should have ended up being that nice a gain for McMinn County, as Patriot defenders had their man wrapped up a few times, and he just flat out broke free.
Robin Nolan, 5'8", 158, only a sophomore, had 835 yards rushing and 23 pass receptions coming into this game. So he's going to be a horrible weapon before he gets out at McMinn County. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Ball there. And the delayed give to the big fullback, Bradley, and he takes a lot of people with him down into Patriot territory around the 46-yard line. Finally brought down by Mike Smith. But Shazon Bradley took a crowd with him before he went down.
Yeah, well, you talk of the superior size on Jefferson County side. That's pretty well negated when Shazon Bradley gets the football in his hands. 230 pounds plus, he's a bull.
2nd and 4. For McMinn County at the Patriot 46. Greg Mull, the quarterback, barks the signals, gives inside to Nolan, and Nolan takes a real hit at the line of scrimmage and then falls forward, though, for a couple of yards before Tracy Ivey nails him.
Scott Henson also coming up to help out on the tackle, as Jefferson County showed good pursuit, but McMinn County throughout this drive has been exerting itself a little bit. The running backs have been finding some holes, and they've been doing the job of quite a few 6- and 7-yard gainers for the Cherokees.
3rd and 2 at the Patriot 43. Big play. Motion to the right. The give to Bradley. Bradley pulls his way forward for the 1st down, and it was a very determined effort by Shazon Bradley.
Appeared as though Mike Smith had his helmet in there on the tackle, and Jefferson County pulled him down before a big gain, but it wasn't enough for the 1st down, as you said, Bill.
1st and 10 for McMinn County. Ball at the Patriot 41-yard line. 4:07 remaining in this 1st half. Patriots lead it 10-0, but the Chiefs on the move. Greg Mull, the quarterback, looks him over, fakes inside, rolls out to the right, going to keep it himself inside the 40, going to be decked and knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Todd Collins and Andre Batts get on the stop. Pretty good pickup there by Greg Mull, the quarterback, as he kept it. And they say that he was down before he went out of bounds, so clock still running, 3:28. It'll be a 2nd and 5 for the Chiefs. Ball at the Patriot 36-yard line. Greg Mull. Those backs right behind him. Looks like only a yard or so behind him. Inside give to the wingback. Good running room inside the 30 to the 28. Maybe the 27-yard line. And that's number 27, Mike Brown. brought down by Andre Batts. But another first down for the Chiefs of McMinn County.
Another double inside handoff by McMinn County. That's what the Patriots have to watch. And McMinn County's misdirection plays now giving the Patriots problems, and Craig Kisbeth wants a timeout to go talk with this defensive bunch.
And the Patriots want to talk about it. Coach Craig Kisbeth on the field. We'll be back after this.
I'm going to tell you what,
3:09 remaining to be played in this first half. The Patriots with a 10-0 lead, but they're being pushed around now quite a bit by the Chiefs from McMinn County, and Coach Craig Kisbeth wanted to talk to that defense. He went out there right in the middle of that defensive unit, said his piece. So let's see what happens. 1st and 10 at the Patriot 27. Greg Bull, the quarterback, has motion to the right, and that give is to Nolan. And Nolan, well, let's see, he stood up there, but there's a flag on the play.
The officials had blown things dead. We'll check the call. Someone moved a little early.
Motion penalty against McMinn County will cost them 5 and move it back to the Patriot 33-yard line. Chris McMillan being replaced at the wingback position by Mike Brown. And the Chiefs come to the line with the play and a 1st and 15 situation. 3:06 remaining in the first half as Greg Mull takes and gives straight ahead to Bradley, and Bradley breaks through for big yardage down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Shazan Bradley.
Again, he is strong enough to break the tackles. One Jefferson County man was able to get an arm around him, but you have to get this guy wrapped up pretty good or he's just going to break through. That's exactly what he did. And he, again, another 6, 7, 8-yard gain, and they've just been grinding those out throughout this drive.
Call it 2nd and 6. At the 24, big pickup by Bradley. Ball takes, gives to Nolan. Nolan keeps on breaking through there, struggling for a couple of yards down to the 22. But again, the Patriot defense seems to be confused. Tackle finally made by Johnny Williams. By that misdirection and those inside gives, and they're not tackling with the authority that we've seen throughout the year. 3rd and 5 at the 22. Big play. 1:55 remaining. Ball takes, pitches to Bradley. Bradley is nailed, but he pushes forward for a couple of extra yards. Now they're going to move it back. They say he was down at the just inside the 20. Closer to the 20 than it is at 19. Darren Cunningham, outweighed by 50 pounds or so, made the tackle. So we got a 4th and 2 situation. Ball at the 20, and the Chiefs are going for it with 1:26 remaining. Ball brings them up. Big play of the first half. The give is to the McMinn. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He stopped. Big defensive play by the center of that line. And Big Dougal Spivey and Mike Smith getting up. Mike getting up pretty slowly, but he was at the bottom of the heap.
Again, the double handoff. Robin Nolan, the first man to get it. He gave it back to Shazan Bradley, and Bradley was stacked up quickly by this Jefferson County defensive front. But bad news as Mike Smith hobbles off the field.
Actually, a loss of a foot or two. Put it down right at the 20 and call it 1st and 10 for the Patriots. At that point, the give, straight ahead. Here he goes. It's Cunningham. Cunningham breaking all the way across the 35, across the 40, up near the 45-yard line. Darren Cunningham finally brought down by Mike Brown.
Darren Cunningham is one man who is not having any problem with any lack of aggression. He's been sticking his nose in on defense, running strong on offense. But we have a timeout on the field.
With time on the field, we'll be back after this.
What do you want?
Back at Patriots Stadium, only 44 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. Patriots lead at 10-0, and they stopped the clock. They want to try to get something else on the board, and with a big play offense that they've demonstrated all year, who's to say that they can't do it? They move their big tight end in motion. They're looking out there now for Todd Collins, but it's batted down. Batted down by number 58, Kevin Price, before they could get the screen to the big tight end in the middle.
There's a flag down on the field as well, Bill. Todd Collins had gone in motion. He went toward the short side of the field, out toward the sideline. Then after the snap, moved back to the middle, trying to get a center screen to Todd Collins and let him break through a tackle. But the play was broken up, and the Patriots moved back 5 yards nonetheless on a motion call.
5-yard penalty stepped off against the Patriots, moves the ball back to their 39-yard line. And there's 39 seconds remaining. And they have a 1st and 15 at that point. Taylor Quarles takes delayed give to Cunningham, 40, and he gets a couple more yards out to the 42 before he's brought down by Chiefy King. And Shazan Bradley, always around the football, gets an assist. Put it down at the 42. And they're going to let the clock run now. Only 18 seconds remaining. This will be the last play, I would think, as Taylor Quarles brings him up. Quarles takes, keeps himself, pitches to Madison. Madison trying to get outside, breaks one tackle, but he's nailed as he gets up to the 45 by Chris McMillan, and that's the end of the first half. Patriots lead it, preparing for the second half kickoff. Bobby Morgan will be handling that for the Patriots as play about ready to resume in the second half of this big quarterfinal AAA matchup between the Patriots and the Cherokees. They call them the Chiefs. A little confused, a little fired up. But the Cherokees of McMinn County High School, out of the Athens area. Bobby Morgan waiting for the signal for the kickoff. Patriots lead it 10-0 as Bobby Morgan hits a pop-up. It's going to be taken and dropped, and the Patriots have it! Patriots have it! Down at the 26-yard line, Eric Carter came up as that short kickoff was allowed to hit and bounce straight up. And again, the ball is bouncing the Patriots' way.
It has one more time. Jefferson County with the high pop-up kickoff that fell into an open area on the field. McMinn County didn't cover it quickly enough, and Jefferson County has the football in great field position. 1st and 10 at the 27. Quarles takes. Stutter stepping is Darren Cunningham for short yardage inside the 25 to the 24, where he's brought down by Shazan Bradley. Also in on the tackle, Randy Phillips for McMinn County's Chiefs. Jefferson County gets the first break of the second half. We'll see if the Patriots can capitalize. This is a tremendous opportunity for Jefferson County to gain some quick momentum here in the second half of this ball game.
2nd and 8 at the 24. Taylor Quarles with backs Kenny Madison and Darren Cunningham, and the quarterback Taylor Quarles is nailed for a loss by Andy Wattenberger before he can make the exchange, and he's pushed back to the 27-yard line.
Andy Wattenberger, a 5'8", 165-pound inside linebacker, found a little hole. He doesn't need a very big hole, and he made it through into the backfield and buried Taylor Quarles.
And again, at times, Patriots looking a little tentative. However, that aggressive defensive style of the Cherokees can help make that happen. Quarles back, looking to throw, looks down the middle, looking for Scott Henson, just barely overthrown in the back of the end zone. Beautiful pass delivered there by Taylor Quarles, but just barely out of the reach of junior Scott Henson.
Kadia Henry, the man back on coverage, but he had lost Scott Henson. Henson had the had gotten a couple of steps on his man, Taylor, just a little bit long with the pass.
Well, the Patriots are going to play it safe, and Johnny Williams, standing back at his 40-yard line, will try to pooch one down there to get the Chiefs deep in their own territory, as that is determined to be out of the field goal range. Pretty good rush on, and Johnny gets a good kick, and it goes out of bounds at the McMinn County 5-yard line.
Johnny Williams with just a beautiful punt. McMinn County didn't have anybody back. They figured that they are going to guard against any fake punts in that situation and hope the ball goes into the end zone, but Johnny Williams foils that strategy by putting the ball out at the 5.
Time for the Patriot defense to come alive now. 10:21 remaining in the third quarter. Patriots lead it 10-0 over a determined band of Chiefs, Cherokee Chiefs, out of McMinn County. Greg Ball takes, he fumbles the snap, and let's see if the Patriots have it. The Patriots have it as Ball couldn't handle the snap. And let's see if we can find who comes up with that football. I believe it's Mike Smith.
It appears to have been Mike Smith, the man on the bottom of the pile, and Jefferson County with 2 quick breaks here in the second half of play, and the Patriots find themselves knocking on the door of taking a pretty good lead.
First and goal for the Patriots. Ball at the McMinn County 4-yard line. McMinn County denied the Patriots on the last break. Let's see what happens now. Taylor Quarles takes, again, straight ahead. Darren Cunningham down close to the goal line. Put it at the 1-yard line.
James Morgan came up from his defensive back position. Again, these 3 deep men for the McMinn County defense are having to come up and make the tackles. Darren Cunningham in the first half with 86 yards rushing, and he is adding to that here in the third period.
Patriots with the 2 tight end look as they're down there for a second and goal at the 1. Taylor Quarles. Hurry! Trying to audible. Takes straight ahead to Cunningham, in standing up for the touchdown. Darren Cunningham gives the Patriots a little breathing room at 16-0. And Anthony Dawkins will be in to attempt the point after. John David Holland will be holding, and Dougal Spivey handling the long snapping. Dawkins. The rangy junior, who's been a perfect 1-for-1 in the PAT field tonight and also has a field goal, hits it, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field, Patriots 17, McMinn County nothing. What's your weird? 9:13 remaining in the third period. Patriots lead it 17-0 over McMinn County. Bobby Morgan attempting to kick off. Hadn't been hitting the ball too well from that situation tonight, but the last one resulted in a big break for the Patriots, and while they were not able to deliver at that time, Johnny Williams hit a beautiful punt out of bounds at the 5-yard line, and that set up the turnover. And the Patriots, this one is taken all the way back at the 3-yard line by Nolan, out across the 10. He's back down there by Eric Carter as he gets out to maybe only the 12-yard line.
Well, Bill, you talked about the short kickoffs Bobby Morgan has had throughout this football game. The deep man Nolan had set himself up at about the 14-yard line. He had to retreat clear back inside the 5 to come up with that football, and his momentum had him slowed down, and by the time he could get going the right direction, the Patriots had fine kick coverage by Eric Carter.
First and 10 for the Cherokees. Ball at their own 12-yard line as Ball takes, gives to Nolan. Nolan out to the 15, breaks one tackle, but Nowhere else to go as big Todd Collins comes up along with David Satterfield to make the stop.
David Satterfield got him wrapped up. Todd Collins came in to finish off the hit. Not a bad duo for the Patriots.
Put it down at the 16-yard line and call it 2nd and 7 for McMinn County at that point. Clock running with 8:20 remaining in the 3rd period. McMinn County trailing 17-0, so the clock all of a sudden becomes a factor even at this stage. Mull takes the give again as he inside the double give to Bradley, and Bradley gets out to the 20. Correction, that was a wingback, Mike Brown.
Again, David Satterfield, the man who stayed home and made the tackle.
Game of the wingback, Mike Brown out just across the 20. Let's call it the 21-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and about 2. 3rd and 2 for McMinn County. Ball at their own 21-yard line with 7:34 remaining in the 3rd period. Greg Mull out of the wing tee. Mull takes the give to Bradley, and Bradley gets short yardage. He stood up there at the 22, and it'll be close. I think he may be short.
Paul Helton, one of the men in on the tackle. David Satterfield gets up from the pile as well. But this is going to be close, and they decide that indeed they will have to measure.
So an official timeout on the field. While we're having the measurement, I want to give the starting lineup of some of my very best friends who are over in Gatlinburg listening to us. Steve, Norman Vern Hines from down Nashville Way, Martha and Harry Williams from Signal Mountain, Nancy and Mark Miller from the Atlanta area, Kay and Ken Perry from Chattanooga, and Liz and Harry Baldridge from Chattanooga, and my wife, Joy, all over there listening in as we describe Patriot action.
Quite a few Patriot faithful, including Johnny Jones, a man who listens faithfully every week.
Okay, 4th down, and in handling the punting duel is Plaster, and he hits a line drive to Madison. Madison coming to the near side is going to go out of bounds around midfield.
Kenny Madison was forced out of bounds along the sideline by Robin Nolan. We have a flag down, and that's the clip area, Bill.
Yeah, Johnny Williams came off pretty angry at himself, or at the official one, but it looks like a clip called against the Patriots, and that'll move them back.
Low line drive punt gave Kenny Madison a chance to get the return, and Patriots were going to have very good field position up close to midfield, but instead it's moved back inside the Jefferson County 30-yard line, back down to the 29.
1st and 10 Patriots, ball at their own 29-yard line with 6:56 remaining in the 3rd period. They lead it 17-0. They'd like to put more points on the board. Taylor Quarles, the quarterback. Taylor takes the give to Cunningham, short yardage across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Mark Lockmiller in on the stop. It'll be a 2nd and 8 at the 32. Patriots have gone pretty much with that same backfill all night. Bobby Morgan in for a play or two at a running back position. Inside give, fake, and then the keep. Here he goes. He's off to the races. He may go all the way. He can pursue it, but can't get it. Taylor Powell, the quarterback, takes it all the way on the keeper for the touchdown.
All the way from the 32-yard line, Bill, a 68-yard touchdown run for Taylor Quarles. Mike Brown, the defensive back, was the only man who had a shot at him. He chased him about 40 yards downfield, made a last-second dive at about the 10-yard line. Couldn't catch up with Taylor Quarles, and Quarles gives the Patriots a commanding 23-0 lead.
Taylor, not having one of his better first halves of the year, really broke it open then and outsped the entire team, defensive team, and went all the way for the 68-yard touchdown. The kick by Dawkins. The kick is up. The kick is good. Timeout on the field. The score, Patriots 24, McMinn County nothing.
Kicking off will be
Back at Patriots Stadium, where the Patriots, led by quarterback Taylor Quarles, have electrified this capacity crowd as Quarles took it 68 yards on the keeper to the left side for the touchdown, giving the Patriots 24-0 lead with 6:09 remaining in this third period. Bobby Morgan hits the kickoff, hits this one pretty good. It's going to be taken by Nolan at the 8. Out across the 10, the 15. He's dead, and the ball's not loose. And I believe the Patriots have it. They do. Oh, a tremendous hit was hit back down. Nolan and Eric Carter once again comes up with a fumble recovery, and the Patriot offense is in business again at the McMinn County 19-yard line.
McMinn County's side of the field is looking pretty glum at this point, Bill, as things are going the Patriots' way. And this football game is in danger of moving out of control as far as McMinn County is concerned.
Oh, I wish we could have gotten who hit those hits. There were actually 2 licks delivered there on Nolan, and that ball popped about 8 yards back toward the goal line. Quarles takes, the give is to Cunningham, straight ahead for a couple of yards, down around the 16 or 17 yard line, stopped there by Kevin Price. Clock running with 5:23 remaining in the third period. Patriots 24-0 over McMinn County, and threatening to really open it up with a second and about 8. At the 18. Taylor Quarles. Backs are Cunningham and Madison. Takes, fakes, keeps it himself. He goes inside and picks up pretty good yard inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line, where he takes a pretty good hit there from Mike Brown.
Brown, the man who couldn't catch Taylor Quarles on the long touchdown run, got a hold of him there and put a pretty good lick on the Jefferson County quarterback.
Put it down at the 12-yard line and call it 3rd and 3 for the Patriots. Clock running with 4:35 remaining in the third period. Jason Ensley brings into play. He split wide to the left, and John David Holland wide to the right. Cunningham and Madison behind Quarles. The give is to Cunningham. Cunningham has the first down, but that's about all as he gets down inside the 10 around the 8-yard line. First and goal, Patriots at the McMinn County 8-yard line.
Kadia Henry and Mike Brown, the 2 men in on the tackle. But the Patriots are starting to push this Cherokee front around again.
Jesse Day in with the play, and he split wide to the right. Hollins out to the left.
We're going to play the winner, Central Tullahoma.
Quarles looks him over, takes the straight ahead, the pitch to Madison. Madison 10, 5, inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Stop on the play there by Alan Jennings. And they're going to move it back to the 5-yard line and call it 2nd and goal for the Patriots at that point. Clock running with 3:22 remaining in the third period. David Satterfield, big center, up over that football. Taylor Quarles looks over that defensive alignment. Probably his 2 tight end alignment. Uh-oh, gives it to Cunningham, and they're just not anywhere to go. Maybe got a yard down to the 4, but he took a pretty good lick there. Chris McMillan came up and really decked Cunningham after he got a yard to the 4-yard line. So we got a 3rd and goal now from the 4. As offensive coordinator Anthony Wayne Anthony sends him the play by Holland, John David Holland, and he puts him to the right, and Jason Inslee, the sophomore, to the left. Taylor Quarles calls, rolls out to the left. He's looking to throw, and he's going to run it, and he's not going to make it. He's going to get down to around the 1. And a diving tackle, a saving tackle over there by the big linebacker, Bradley.
Also, Lockmiller, the man who got the penetration and strung the play out, forced Taylor Quarles to run clear to the sideline, and that gave the other men time to get in there and close off the corner of the end zone for Quarles.
It's 1.5 yards away, and the Patriots are going to go for it on 4th down. 2 tight ends. Quarles takes straight ahead to Cunningham. Touchdown, Patriots. With 1:41 remaining in the 3rd period, Patriots open it up to 30-0 as Darren Cunningham takes it in from the 2.
Cunningham now with 3 touchdowns in this game, 7 in the past 2 weeks, 18 overall this season for the senior running back.
Anthony Dawkins will attempt the point after. Dougal Spivey on the snap. John David Holland on the hold. Everything looks good so far. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. Line to the right. A lot of pressure put on there. Timeout on the field. Patriots lead it 30-0. .141 remaining in the 3rd period. Patriots with a 30-0 lead over McMinn County. Strong wind blowing out of the north, and Bobby Morgan will be kicking into that. And to start the 3rd quarter, McMinn County had that wind behind their back, and they haven't been able to take advantage of it a bit. In fact, they've fallen much further behind. 20 points scored in the 3rd period by the Patriots. Morgan hits one. It's shanked off his side of his foot and out of bounds down around the 30. So probably they'll want to penalize the Patriots there and make them kick that one again.
Bill, I think our listening audience is going to be increasing steadily throughout the rest of this ball game, as a few folks have decided that this is just a bit cold and the Patriots are getting things underhand. They're going to head on in.
Well, it was about 38 when I got into the stadium, but I'm sure that wind makes that wind chill factor way on down there. And now McMinn County has decided they want to play it where it went out of bounds. So they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line with 1:41 remaining in the 3rd period. And they trail 30-0.
Cherokees decide the football is not in bad field position, and besides, they managed to keep it. Something they haven't done on the other kickoffs in this half.
Greg Mull, quarterback. Might have to open it up a little bit, and he drops straight back, looks to throw, has a man. That's Nolan out at the 35, 40, 45. Knocked down as he gets just short of the 45. Darren Cunningham made the stop over there, but good pass pattern run there by tailback Robin Nolan. Good reception. And Greg Mull delivered it right on the numbers.
Straight drop back pass, something you don't see a whole lot in a wing T formation, but the Cherokees find themselves in a situation where they have to try to move the ball down the field as quickly as possible.
1st and 10 for the Cherokees, ball at their own 44-yard line as Mull brings them up. Fakes the reverse, and he's got a lot of pressure. He's looking to throw. He's going deep, and it's going to be overthrown. Pass intended down there for number 90, Mark Lockmiller, big tight end who runs a pretty good fly pattern for a big man.
He got down the field in good shape, but Mull overthrew him by a good distance.
Good pass protection, good coverage down there by Scott Henson and John David Holland, but the ball was way overthrown. Incomplete pass. Stops the clock with exactly 1 minute remaining in the 3rd period, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Cherokees at their own 44. Greg Mull on a 2nd and 10 situation. And I believe that ball was fumbled. I believe that we had a bad exchange again, but evidently Cherokees came up with it. Slight gain up to the 45-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 for McMinn County. Ball at their own 45. Only 30 seconds remaining to be played in this 3rd period as Mull brings them up. Out of the wing tee. Mull takes. He's dropping back. Straight back. Has some pressure. Gets out of one trap, but he's going to be decked for a loss. Back at the 41 by Andre Batts.
34.
Mull escaped the charge of one defensive rusher, but he couldn't escape Andre Batts, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. So at the end of the 3rd period, the score, Patriots 30, McMinn County nothing. We'll be back after this.
Sorry about that. I got him in driver. He's a smart kid. He'll be going to bring some.
Going against McMinn County, they have all night long, just seconds away from being able to punt with the wind. Now Mark Plaster is going to have to punt into that strong gale as the quarter ended, and on a 4th and 13 situation at the McMinn County 41, Plaster will evidently punt. This may be the time to gamble.
They do not have a whole lot to lose at this point, but if something goes wrong in the gamble, they give the Patriots excellent field position once again.
High snap, some pressure there, but Plaster gets it off. It's a nice kick, fair catch called for, but then it's allowed to bounce, and it's going to be downed by McMinn County at the Patriot 33-yard line.
Katia Henry downfield to cover the punt, but the Patriots once again have the football, and time becomes the enemy of McMinn County's Cherokees.
Plaster averaging right at 41 yards a kick this year, and he hit that one real well, but the strong wind caught it up there, and Kenny Madison didn't want to run under it. So he let it hit, and it took a Patriot bounce, so it was down there. And the Patriots have it 1st and 10 at their own 33 as play just getting underway in the 4th and final period. Sophomore quarterback Eric Hutchins is in, and he gives to Bobby Morgan, and Morgan breaks out for a good gain all the way up around midfield. Bobby Morgan on the give from sophomore quarterback Eric Hutchins. Morgan, the junior running back, hard-nosed, gets into McMinn County territory at the McMinn County 49-yard line before he was knocked out of bounds by Mike Brown. And Steve, he was the last one that could have made the hit.
If he had not made the tackle, Bobby Morgan would have gone on to the end zone. Todd Collins leaves the game for the Patriots.
Eric Hutchins now running the offensive show for the Patriots. Gives inside again to Morgan. Morgan hit right at the line, but then bulls his way for a couple of yards down to the 47. Kevin Price makes the stop, but not until the hard-nosed junior running back Bobby Morgan grinds out a couple of 3 yards.
Price wrapped him up early and held up the very determined Morgan long enough to allow a couple of other guys to come in and finish off the tackle.
Coach Craig Kizabeth playing some younger players now with that 30-0 lead. Well, they moved it back, and they're calling it 2nd and 9 now. The give is to Morgan. There's a fumble out there, and the Patriots once again recover.
The ball's been laying on the field several times in this ball game, and not once has it been picked up by a McMinn County Cherokee.
3rd and 9 for the Patriots. Ball at the McMinn County 48-yard line, closer to the 47. Clock running with 10:30 remaining in this game. Eric Hutchins looks him over. Hutchins back to pass, but on a delayed give, well, I thought it was a delayed give to Morgan, but he had to keep it himself and eat it for the loss. Chris McMillan made the stop as Hutchins couldn't find an open receiver. So the Patriots will have to give the ball up. They'll have a 4th and about 13.
McMillan came in on the safety blitz, and Eric Hutchins didn't have anyone open, had to eat the football.
Johnny Williams dropping back to kick. He'll be standing at his own 35. And I'd say that he's going to get some pressure. Patriots want to talk about it. Timeout on the field. Patriots lead it 30-0. Well, the Patriots didn't have enough troops on the field there, so they had to take a timeout to get another teammate in there. So now, on a 4th and 14 situation from their own 48-yard line, Johnny Williams drops back to punt. Has the snap, a wobbly one. He fumbles it, and he breaks away, and he takes a few people with him, but he's not going to get the first down. But Johnny Williams did a good job before he's nailed at the 45-yard line by Robin Nolan. A wobbly snap there that time that Johnny Williams couldn't handle, but he picked it up, and for a big tackle, he ran the football pretty good, Steve.
Johnny looks like he wants to play some running back. He was having fun while he had the football in his hands.
1st and 10 for McMinn County. Ball at their own 46-yard line. Good field position as a result of the fumbled snap. Ball gives to Nolan. Nolan finds some running room, breaks away, and he's caught by Andre Batts as he gets down around the Patriot 41-yard line.
Nolan went off right tackle, cut back inside, and then a few yards downfield, saw an opening, moved back toward the right sideline before Andre Batts from his defensive end position. Finally, he got back to make the stop.
Put it down at the Patriot 40 and call it 1st and 10 for McMinn County. Nifty bunch of running there by Robin Nolan. And had Andre Batts not caught him from behind, he might have been off to the races. 8:55 remaining as Greg Mull brings him up. Mull takes on the inside give there to fullback Shazan Bradley, and he has nowhere to go. No gain on the play.
Bradley was hit immediately at the line of scrimmage by a couple of Patriots. They stood him up. Bradley was not going to go down without a fight, though, and he held up 2 or 3 more Patriot defenders before they got a big enough pile to knock the big tree down.
And again, Andre Batts at the bottom of that stack, but there were lots of Patriots in on that play. 2nd and 10 for McMinn County. Ball at the Patriot 40, 8:17, and the clock is running. Ball takes, back to pass. He says Wahoo pass, Utah pass to the wing back, and he gets down inside the 40 to around the 36-yard line. Took a pretty good lick there that time from David Satterfield.
Johnny Williams also in on the tackle.
Place it at the Patriot 36-yard line and call it 3rd and 6 for McMinn County, and trailing 30-0. I'm sure we're in 4-down territory. Greg Mull, with this time with only one back, that being Bradley, lined up behind him, and people split all over the place. Back to pass, has pressure, he's trying to screen it to Bradley. Bradley has some blockers down to the 20, 15. He's going to go all the way. Shazan Bradley for the touchdown on the screen pass from Greg Mull.
Beautifully executed screen pass to the right side of the field, which was the short side, as the Patriots put on a good pass rush, just like you like to see if you're on the offense when you have that play called. The blockers were out front. Jefferson County with a couple of men who read the screen, tried to come up and make the tackle, but there were just too many blockers, and they led the way all the way down that right sideline for Shazan Bradley to put the Cherokees on the board.
In to attempt the point after will be Mark Plaster. Well, correction, they may be going for the 2, and they are. Trailing 30-6. Back to pass and looking to throw, throwing into the end zone. It's going to be intercepted deep in the end zone by Tracy Ivy. So the attempt for 2 points is no good. Timeout on the field, Patriots 30, McMinn County 6. With 7:20 remaining to be played in this game, Greg Mull hits Shazam Bradley with a screen pass, and Bradley takes it 36 yards into the end zone untouched for the touchdown to get McMinn County on the board. The attempt for the 2 points is no good, so the score remains 30-6. And will we see an onside kick?
Jefferson County has quite a few guys up close on the line of scrimmage, expecting that very play.
Plaster hits it, and it's going to be taken by a Patriot at the 49-yard line, as once again, that's Bobby Morgan, and once again the ball bounces beautifully for the Patriots.
Took a nice hop just before it made it 10 yards, which was the time that that Cherokees had to wait before they could go after the ball. Took a nice big hop right into the hands of Bobby Morgan.
1st and 10 Patriots, ball at their own 49-yard line with 7:13 remaining. Eric Hutchins once again leading the Patriot offense. Bobby Morgan, and we haven't caught the other running back yet. The give is to Morgan. That's Eric Carter at the other running back position. Morgan gets a couple of yards, maybe 3, as he gets into McMinn County territory. Put it down at the McMinn County 48-yard line, and call it 2nd and a short 7, a short 8. Or a long 7, your choice. Eric Hutchins looks him over, takes the give inside to Morgan. Morgan spins away and picks up yardage down to around the 41-yard line. Bobby Morgan running with authority. Kadia Henry made the stop. But it looks like that Morgan is close to a first down. Officials say it's short by a yard. 3rd and 1 for the Patriots. Ball at the McMinn County 41 with 5:55 remaining. Eric Hutchins takes again the give to Bobby Morgan, who just bulls his way over people. He gets down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line, where Randy Phillips makes the stop. Bobby Morgan running very well, Steve.
He likes to get his playing time in these playoff games as well, make the most of his opportunity. Bobby Morgan's a straight-ahead runner. He's not going to go down easily, and he's showing these McMinn County Cherokees that very fact right now.
1st and 10 Patriots, as Eric Hutchins calling the signals. Again, the give to Bobby Morgan. Again, Morgan running over people behind some good straight-ahead blocking there by Mike Smith, and Paul Helton gets down to the 30-yard line, brought down by Chris McMillan. Pickup of 4 yards on the play. Call it 2nd and 6. Less than 5 minutes now to play in this game, and the Patriots have it wrapped up. The final score, only the question. 2nd and 6. Eric Hutchins takes the give again to Morgan. Morgan slants off to the right side. Again, picks up around 4 yards out around the 26-yard line. Kevin Price wraps him up there. Very closer to the 27, where it'll be 3rd and 3 for the Patriots, as Jason Inslee comes in with a play. Eric Carter and Bobby Morgan, the running backs behind Eric Hutchins, on a 3rd and 3 situation. Hutchins again looking for Bobby Morgan. Bobby Morgan bounces off of one man, but he gets short yardage down to the 25 as Chris McMillan stops him there. Patriot crowd saying, let's go for it. It'll be 4th and a short 2. Ball just outside of the McMinn County 25.
Might as well go for it in this situation. Even if you don't make it, the Cherokees have a long way to go and a big hill to climb.
And with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining to be played in this game, Patriots would just as soon eat up a little bit more time here with another running play. Hutchins taking his time. He keeps it go straight ahead himself, and I believe he has his first down. First and 10 Patriots at the McMinn County 23-yard line. Shazon Bradley made the stop on Hutchins, but not until the sophomore quarterback picked up the first down yardage. 3 minutes exactly remaining. First and 10. Hutchins with Eric Carter, and the pitch is out there looking for Carter. It's bobbled as Hutchins was hit. This time it doesn't bounce right. And number 57, Randy Phillips, comes up with a turnover for McMinn County.
So a slight ray of hope for McMinn County's Cherokees. Under 3 minutes, though, remaining in the football game, and they need 24 points in that short time.
A lot of young Patriots going in there. Defensively, it's first and 10 now. For McMinn County, back to throw, and on the Utah pass is Nolan, and Nolan gets hit as he gets out to the 30, and finally falling forward to the 32, maybe the 33-yard line, is Robin Nolan. Tackle made there by Mike Smith. David Cagle had a piece of that action. Greg Mull on a 2nd and 4, back to throw, looking out in the flat, and it's underthrown as he's looking for his wide receiver, Chris Jerries. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 1:57 remaining. It'll be a 3rd and 4 for McMinn County at their own 33-yard line.
And then the
I can talk to him.
Greg Mull, quarterback on a double reverse. Here comes Nolan. Nolan 40. Nolan out across the 40 to the 45, 46-yard line before he's nailed there by Kenneth Harrell. Harrell, a sophomore quarterback in there. Made the stop, but not until McMinn County gets a first down at their own 46-yard line. 1:43 remaining. Greg Mull takes, drops back, looking to throw. Pressure, gets it out there, picked off by Bradley, and Bradley gets out to midfield where David Cagle and Chris Orr make the stop. In their hurry-up offense, McMinn County, 1:24 remaining, 2nd and 6 as Mull brings them out. Again, only one back. Looking to throw, pressure, throws it out there, and he has a man at the 40. Good move as it gets around one man. It is decked as it gets down to the 32-yard line by David Cagle, but a good route by Chris McMillan, and a good run after he made the reception for the first down. 1st and 10, McMinn County. Ball at the Patriot 31-yard line with 1:09 remaining.
Robert Tucker got up slowly and is getting a little bit of assist coming off the field, but he's walking under his own power.
McMinn County moving the football now, and they do this against the 2nd Patriot defense, but executing well. Coach Kizabeth has called a timeout. He wants to talk to that young Patriot defense with only 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining and challenge them, prepare them for days in the future, and we'll just keep it right here. Steve, with only 1 minute 9 remaining.
Jefferson County obviously in control of the game, but they want this defense to keep Cherokees out of the end zone and maintain full control of this ball game. they could be called on in a more important situation before this season's over.
Bo dropping back in the middle to Bradley, and Bradley takes it in, but he pays the price, takes a big hit down at the Patriot 26-yard line. It'll be second. Chris Orr in on that hit. Second and about 6. As Bull again back to pass. He's got pressure and he's going to be thrown for a loss back at the 39-yard line in Patriot territory. Kevin Harrell and Ron Livingston in on that play. Loss all the way back there, and it'll be third and Horizon. And McMinn County wants to talk about it. Timeout on the field. Patriots lead it 30-6. I agree. Andre Bass, I agree. The Jefferson County Patriots only 22 seconds away from being in the state AAA semifinals for 6 consecutive years. No other team in the state of Tennessee has ever accomplished that feat. 3rd and 18. Mull back to throw. He's looking. He's going to be, no, he gets out of one trap, and then he's decked by Bobby Morgan and David Cagle back at the 40-yard line, maybe the 39. And again, McMinn County with only 9 seconds left. They want to talk about it. So we'll be back after this timeout.
Cunningham on offense. Cunningham offense.
Well, takes inside give to Nolan. Nolan gets down to the 30-yard line, and he's short of the first down, so the Patriots will take over, but there's only 2 seconds left. As on a delayed give, Nolan gets down there, and he was stopped by David Cagle, the sophomore linebacker, short of the first down, so the Patriots take it over. Only 2 seconds remaining. They lead it 30-6 over a game, but outmanned McMinn County Cherokees. That's it. That's the final score. Patriots win it 30-6. We'll be back for the wrap-up after these messages.